I've been hard at work on the plumbing for my basement grow-out system. This week, I'm going to show you how it all fits together. That's coming up. Hey everyone, Steve Poland here, and this is the fourth part in a series of videos about the grow-out system I'm building for my African cichlids in my basement crawl space. And if you missed the first three parts, there's a link to a playlist down in the description to get you all caught up. In last week's video, I showed you how I plan to filter this system and how it would all be arranged. And with any system like this, there's also a lot of plumbing work to do. The first step was to drill the fish tanks for overflows. I went with 2-inch bulkheads, which will provide plenty of flow. These call for a 3-inch hole, so I used a hole saw to drill that, and then a 4-inch hole saw to make room in the insulation for the outside of the bulkhead to turn. The bulkhead went into the hole just like it would in an aquarium. But the type of overflow I used might be new to many fish keepers. I know it was to me. It's called a solids lifting overflow, or SLO. It's like a normal overflow, but instead of draining water from the top of the tank, it drains water from the bottom and takes the solids along with it. There are many different ways to build this. I went with a cap on the bottom with a bunch of holes in it to prevent any fish from being sucked into it. The pipe then connects to a T instead of an elbow, and that's very important. It prevents the creation of a siphon, which could drain the tank all the way down to the bottom of the overflow, and that would obviously be a disaster. The SLOs on each fish tank then drain to the radial flow filter and connect via uniseals. Both SLOs have a ball valve in case the flow needs to be adjusted. The radial flow then connects to the moving bed filter, again via uniseals, and with a union in between. Then the moving bed filter empties into the sump. At the other end of the sump is the pump. I went with the Lifegard Aquatics PG 1600. At this 3-foot head height, it'll pump around 1,000 gallons an hour. This will turn the whole system over around 3 times an hour and give me the retention time that I'm looking for in my radial flow filter. More on that in next week's video. The water is pumped up 1-inch pipe and through a check valve. This prevents it from flowing backwards in the event of a power outage. It's then split by a T toward each tank. I have ball valves here as well to make adjustments. I drilled for 2-inch bulkheads on the fish tanks for the returns even though I'm using 1-inch pipe. This is just in case I decide to go with a larger pump down the road. For now, I'm using PVC fittings to reduce the size. On the inside of the fish tanks are returns that I haven't completely finalized yet. And from there, the water overflows and starts all over again. So that's the plumbing. Next week, I'll be going in depth on the radial flow filter because it's really cool and I want to show you exactly how it works. So be sure to check that out. And if this is your first time here at Steve Poland Cichlids, then as always, I would love to have you subscribe, because each week I bring you a new video sharing my experiences in the aquarium hobby. I give updates on my tanks, review products, show you DIY projects, and share tips and tricks to help you take your tank to the next level. Hit subscribe to follow along. Have a good one.